Hey everyone, and welcome. So you're looking to land your first programming job in 2025? That's awesome. But picking which language to learn first can feel, well, super overwhelming, right? What if you could skip the guesswork? Today, we're going to cut right through the noise and break down the top 5 languages that companies are actually hiring for.
This is it. This is the big question every single aspiring developer is asking. You've got all these options, so how do you know which one is going to get you that job offer? You want to put your time and energy into something that actually opens doors. So let's figure this out.
All right, we've done the homework for you. We've dug through all the latest job postings and industry trends to bring you the definitive top 5. These are the languages that pop up again and again for junior developer roles, making them, hands down, the smartest bet for anyone starting out.
I want you to think of these languages as launch pads for your career. Seriously, getting good at any one of these can send you flying. But the real secret is understanding what makes each one special and figuring out which one gets you excited about the future you want to build.
Kicking things off at number 1 is the undisputed champ of versatility, Python. And look, its popularity is not just hype. It's a direct result of how powerful and, maybe more importantly, how accessible it is, especially when you're just starting out.
So what makes Python so valuable for a beginner? It's the sheer number of doors it opens. You're not just learning to code. You're getting a backstage pass to some of the hottest fields in tech right now. You could build a web app with Django that also uses a little machine learning model. Now that is the kind of project that makes a hiring manager sit up and pay attention.
And here's the secret sauce. Python's syntax just makes sense. It's clean, it's readable, which means you're going to spend a lot less time fighting with the code and more time actually building cool stuff. Plus, the online community is massive. You're never more than a quick search away from an answer to your question. It's a huge safety net.
Okay, so maybe you've used Python to play around with some data. Awesome. But how do you get your amazing creation onto a website for people to actually use? For that, my friends, you need the powerhouse duo of the internet, JavaScript and its souped-up sibling, TypeScript. Let's be really clear about this. If you want to work on the web, you have to know JavaScript, period. It's the engine behind basically every single interactive thing you do online, from a simple button animation to the complex apps you use every single day. It's non-negotiable.
But here's the thing. It's not just for making websites look pretty anymore. Thanks to Node.js, you can run JavaScript on the backend, on the server. That opens up the path to becoming a full-stack developer. And learning a framework like React, that's not just a bonus, it's one of the single most valuable things you can put on your resume today.
So if JavaScript is the foundation of the house, think of TypeScript as the steel-reinforced upgrade. It's what's called a superset of JavaScript, which just means it's JavaScript, but with some extra superpowers that companies are really starting to demand for their big, important projects.
So what's the big difference? It all comes down to something called static typing. All that means is that with TypeScript, you tell your code what kind of data to expect, like this should be a number or this should be text. It sounds small, but it helps you catch a ton of bugs before they ever become real problems. For big teams working on huge apps, that reliability is an absolute game changer. And trust me, employers know it.
All right, let's shift gears. We're moving away from what the user sees on their screen and going deep into the engine room, the very backbone of modern software. We're talking about the languages that are built to handle massive amounts of traffic and data at lightning speed. This is the world of Go and Java.
First up, we've got the rising star, Go, or, as you'll often see it, Golang. It was literally invented at Google to solve modern problems. It's built from the ground up to be simple, fast, and incredibly efficient. Honestly, for a newcomer, learning Go is a fantastic way to stand out from the pack.
So what does that actually mean? Well, Go is the engine behind a lot of the cloud technology that powers the internet. Think tools like Docker and Kubernetes. It's perfect for building microservices, which is how all the big modern apps are built. Since everyone from scrappy startups to tech giants are using it, it's an incredibly valuable skill to have.
And now for an absolute giant of the industry, Java. Yeah, it's been around for a while, but don't let that fool you. Its dominance in the corporate world is as strong as it's ever been, and it gives you such a solid foundation in core programming concepts.
Learning Java basically gives you the keys to a massive and really stable job market. We're talking about the huge, complex systems that run the world's biggest banks, insurance companies, and retailers. Oh, and it's also the native language for Android development. It is a solid, reliable, and powerful choice for a long-term career.
Okay, deep breath. Let's do a quick recap. Here is your 2025 cheat sheet. If you're fascinated by data and AI, Python is your door in. If you want to build beautiful things for the web, start with JavaScript and then level up to TypeScript. If building the powerful engines behind the scenes sounds cool, check out Go. And for a rock-solid career path in big companies or Android apps, Java is your ticket.
We've just walked through 5 incredible, powerful options. But I know what you're thinking. After all of that, what's the best one? Which one should I actually pick?
And here's the simple, honest-to-God truth. The best language isn't a name on a list. It's the one that makes you excited to wake up and build something. It's the tool that helps you bring your own ideas to life.
So that's the real question here. Don't just ask, what language should I learn? Ask yourself this: what problem am I excited to solve? What do I really want to create? Your answer to that question, that's what's going to lead you to exactly the right language. Thanks for listening.